I'm going to show you a couple of examples today of how I trade the 1, 2, 3 reversal. Some people call it buying the W or selling the M, but it's when I was taught this system, it was just a reversal. It was a 1, 2, 3 or an ABC, whatever you want to call it, but I'll show it to you right now. And here are the things I look for. So the very low right here is what I will call the anchor point, and that is the 1 position. So here's the market has been going down, and this is the NQE mini, which is the Nasdaq index. And so what I look for is this point right here, made a low and it had a pullback. Now after that pullback, it tried to continue on down, but could not go on down to below that low. You know, lower lows, lower highs, and higher highs, higher lows. All the definition of a trend. So you had your lower lows and lower highs, but here you had a lower low, but then here's the higher, the high went up above these highs and then pulled back and could not continue on down. So I don't mean to get too elementary here, but I know some people are kind of new to this, and I'm just kind of trying to explain it. So what I'm looking for down here is this. This is the directional moving index, and it's also usually in or the indicator is with the ADX, which is that gray line. But the things I look for are the green and the red. So what you want is that crossover of the green going up and the red going down. That usually means it's after it's been in a trend like this, where the red's been above and the green's been below, and it crosses it. It can mean that there is going to be a change in trend. And so here's what we do. We look at this 1, 2, 3. Put your buy stop order above this high right here, and that is the candle it happened on. Now right here is the RSI. That is the relative strength index, and this block line right here, the yellow line, is the 50% level. So you want it going above the 50%, and that's what it's doing. The green is above the red. That's what it's doing, and then you have your perfect setup. This is like one of the perfect charts right here. They're chart setups. You had your trend line here, it crossed the trend line, broke above. Within 5 minutes, or yes, 20 minutes, these are 5-minute candles. So 5, 10, 15, 20, you had almost $2,000 profit on one contract. Okay, this is the 14 period moving average. I just that's what came stock with it. I just clicked it on there, and it just it gives me a reference. Now what else I'll look for on this, I'll go over here. This is another chart for that I have with Tastyworks. It's just I'm very visual, and I want to confirm a lot of things when I look at charts. And here's that same setup right here, the 1, 2, 3. But this right here is the slow stochastic, and it's a very good indicator. This is also the 50% line, and this is the RSI, and this is the MACD. So all of them are lined up, but right when this is crossing the 50% line on the slow stochastic, see, this is already passed above and came back down, back over in here. But the slow stochastic is kind of the that is the one that I really give a lot of weight to. Okay, so here it broke the high and just continued on up. So let me get over here and show you a short example, meaning I'm selling the market. So this is the one on Friday. It was a great example of selling a 1, 2, 3 reversal short. And here was a lot of play in here. And if you notice, this was just kind of all jumbled. You kind of want to stay away, or I've learned I stay away from that. I'm not going to tell you what to do. This is what I do. So then it broke back out and started going up. And I mean, you could play that if you wanted to buy above that high. It would have worked for just a short while, but that's not the point of this video. This is reversal. And so you had the green above, all up through here, and then they started coming back. Well, here they start touching, so you start getting your eyes out, ready to see if it's going to reverse and give you a point of entry. and here it came together, and then at this point the red started going above the green's going down, and what I look for is to sell it short below this low right here. So your high is the 1, 2, 3 is the highest high here. You cannot keep going up, so you sell it short below that low. And here is the RSI. Everything was taking off. Just a second here. And this is that same trade on this other chart. Now here I will point out that here's the 1, 2, 3. Sell it below that low right there, and the slow stochastic had not caught up yet. It did not kick in till way down here, so you would have lost some points. Now that's something I just kind of use as my own judgment, and if it looks like it's going to drop because of all this stuff in here, I use a 5-point stop, which is $100 on the big market, and I usually go for 20 points, which is $400, and then I'm out. So this one actually, it worked pretty well. If you notice here, this candle was the one that broke down. Everything was looking very bearish. And I've worked with my stop loss in the past, and five points just seems to be pretty good. That it's just going to, if the momentum's there, it's usually going to pop and go with it. And you're pretty safe usually. But another way to trade that is the piercing candle that pierces that low. Is I've noticed it's not too bad to just put your stop above the top of this candle that pierces it. But I found, like I said, the 5 points is usually pretty good. So here I want to show you a point where it failed, but this is something also, and I'll show you in just a second, what I look for that would keep me out of this trade. Okay, so here's the 1, and this would be the 2, and this is the 3, and then you buy above when it breaks that high. Okay, well, obviously it didn't work, and it's not going to work every time. Here's another one, though. You had the 1, the 2 right here, and the 3, and it did work, at least for a short while. But let me get over here to the other chart to show you real quick what I look for. Here's that same chart. I know with the volume spikes are in there, I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is just what I showed you on the other chart, where you had the 1, the 2, and the 3, and then it failed. But look, so you had your MACD had already said it was going to go up. This was pointing, it hadn't crossed the 50 yet. This is the RSI here. But here's my favorite one I like, is this is the Slow Stochastic. And it was way away from the red line, which is the 50% line. So what I like to do is wait for it to get up closer, and like within the candle you get in on, it should be popping pretty close to the red line. So when it's way far away like that, I just don't even look at these. I just say, no, I'll wait for another pullback or something like that. So here's where it did happen. You had your 1, your 1, 2, and 3 right here. And then when it popped, look where your RSI, your slow stochastic is almost crossing the 50% line. And that's just the way I look at it. But you didn't get many points out of it. You got about $200, which is 10 points. But that's something that, this stuff it's all risk. It's risk management. And the odds are in your favor, but they don't work every time. And that's when I just found for myself, I have to know when to quit trading for the day. And usually when I take a profit, I'm done for the day, because what I've noticed is I give away my money after I make it, by staying in the market and trying to make more money. So if I grab it early, I'm done. Well, that's it for now. I just wanted to go over that and just put a video out on how I look, or what I look for on the trading. And if sometimes if you just point things out to people that's right there in front of you, but it just gives you a different way of looking at things. No telling where you can go with it. But I'm just, this has been working for me pretty well. And I've been trading since 1989. And I've been around a little while. So You know, this is not trading advice. I'm not telling you this is how you should do it. This is just how I do it. So I appreciate you watching the video. If you enjoyed it, appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe and hit the bell, I appreciate that too. And you'll get a video every time, or you'll be alerted every time I make a new video. So I hope you have good trading success, and I'll see you in the next time. Thanks for watching.